Navigating the Financial Landscape of Love, a deep dive into finances and relationships. Welcome to the Simple Mind Space podcast. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often shrouded in secrecy, a sensitive subject that many people avoid discussing: money in relationships. We're all accustomed to the idea that talking about money is taboo, particularly in romantic relationships. This taboo is deeply ingrained in our cultural conditioning, where avoiding such conversations is seen as a sign of generosity and open-mindedness. Those who frequently bring up finances are often perceived as calculating, stingy, or even inconsiderate. This stigma extends to romantic relationships, where the topic of money becomes even more sensitive and rarely addressed. However, avoiding these conversations is a significant disservice to your relationship. It's like neglecting your health. Ignoring a potential problem only allows it to fester and eventually explode, leaving you facing a crisis. Let's unpack why money matters so much in relationships. Money is a deeply personal topic, and our individual perspectives on it vary widely. Some embrace a carefree approach to spending, while others prioritize meticulous saving and financial planning. Some view money as a means to acquire comfort and luxuries, while others see it as a safety net, a foundation for freedom and security. These differing viewpoints influence our spending habits, income generation strategies, and saving patterns. It's highly unlikely for two individuals to share identical perspectives on money. This makes it challenging to find someone who naturally aligns with you on financial matters. However, this is not a cause for alarm. This discrepancy is actually the norm. The key is to initiate open dialogue, allowing you to understand each other's perspectives, identify common ground, and embrace your differences. The goal is to establish shared financial principles, outlining guidelines for managing money effectively and safely within your relationship. These principles will serve as the bedrock for your financial well-being, safeguarding both your relationship and your family from financial distress. More importantly, these principles will prevent unnecessary arguments and conflicts. These disagreements can escalate, ultimately jeopardizing your relationship and even leading to family breakdown. This isn't an exaggeration. Statistics demonstrate that financial disagreements are among the top 3 reasons for relationship breakdowns. Even without formal statistics, we can observe this phenomenon in our personal circles and within our own families. We witness countless arguments fueled by financial concerns. Often, couples might be outwardly agreeable, but internally harbor resentment, leading to a simmering tension that can erupt at any moment. This reinforces the critical importance of addressing financial matters in relationships. Yet, our cultural norms discourage these conversations, especially within romantic partnerships. I'm taking a stand to break this silence. I believe it's time to embrace a more open and honest approach to money, particularly in romantic relationships. Through these discussions, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of the subject, develop a healthier perspective, and ultimately strengthen our relationships. The first step is to recognize that addressing money in your relationship is not about being calculating or petty. It's about prioritizing the long-term health and stability of your partnership. By openly communicating about your financial values and aspirations, you're actively protecting your relationship and paving the way for a future together. Think of it as a form of preventative maintenance for your love life. Just like you wouldn't neglect regular medical checkups, you shouldn't avoid these critical financial conversations. This is a personal perspective, one that I've personally embraced. While currently single, I've envisioned my future, and if I were to find a partner with whom I wish to build a lasting relationship, I definitely initiate open and honest financial discussions. This isn't about being calculating, it's about safeguarding my relationship. I value love and happiness above all else, and I wouldn't allow financial anxieties to jeopardize that. To me, money serves as a tool, a resource that supports my life, not a controlling force that dictates my happiness. When both partners share this mindset, transparency and understanding naturally follow. Sharing your financial perspectives, including your differences, becomes a foundation for building trust and connection. So when should these conversations begin? Many experts advise initiating these discussions as early as the first date. Their logic is simple. If you identify significant financial incompatibilities early on, you can avoid wasting time on a relationship that's destined to fail. However, I find this approach impractical and potentially off-putting. Imagine trying to navigate sensitive financial matters on a first date. It's not the most conducive environment for creating a connection. While I believe in early communication about money, I advocate for a more natural approach. Focus on getting to know each other as individuals, building genuine connection and mutual comfort. Remember, the most effective way to determine compatibility is by listening to your heart and observing how you feel when you're with this person. This internal awareness is the true compass for gauging compatibility. If you feel a strong connection and decide to pursue a deeper relationship, then it's time to address the financial aspects. This is the point where you should initiate open dialogues about your financial beliefs and priorities. There's no need to delve into sensitive topics like income distribution or specific spending patterns. These are conversations for later stages of your relationship. Focus on sharing your general perspectives on money and its role in your life. Listen intently to your partner's perspective, not to judge or criticize, but to understand their point of view. The key is to embrace a spirit of openness and curiosity. Don't be afraid to acknowledge and explore your differences. Remember, the simple act of engaging in these conversations is a significant step towards a stronger, more secure relationship. The fact that you're willing to discuss these potentially awkward topics demonstrates a commitment to building a foundation of trust and transparency. This act alone sets your relationship apart and positions it for a greater chance of success. In this early stage, don't set expectations for instant solutions or unified financial plans. The goal is to create a safe space for open communication, fostering a habit of sharing financial insights and perspectives. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Embrace the process, nurture the dialogue, and continue to build upon this foundation of understanding. But how do you initiate these conversations? How do you break the ice and start talking about something so seemingly taboo? Some suggest using subtle tactics, like strategically bringing up financial topics during a meal or trip planning. While these approaches can be effective, I prefer a more direct and authentic approach. For me, honesty and vulnerability are paramount in any relationship. When you genuinely care about someone and desire a long-term connection, you shouldn't shy away from sharing your thoughts and concerns openly. In this context, simply express your desire to discuss financial matters. Be transparent about your intentions, explaining that you value financial security and want to ensure that money doesn't become a source of tension in your relationship. If your partner shares your desire for open communication and a strong, lasting relationship, they will likely embrace your willingness to discuss these important topics. Alternatively, you can share this podcast episode with your partner. Consider it a starting point for conversation, a safe and neutral way to introduce these often uncomfortable topics. Remember, the mere act of starting this dialogue is a significant victory for your relationship. It signals your willingness to address potentially challenging issues, building a stronger foundation for your journey together. While this podcast doesn't provide specific solutions to financial challenges in relationships, it serves as a springboard for open dialogue and deeper understanding. In future episodes, I'll delve deeper into practical financial strategies and tools that can help you manage money effectively and build a financially secure future together. For now, focus on creating a space for open communication about your financial beliefs and priorities. Embrace the process of understanding each other's perspectives and celebrate each step you take towards a more transparent and secure relationship. Remember, love is about more than just sharing your hearts. It's also about sharing your lives, including the financial aspects that shape your shared future. Stay tuned for more episodes exploring the intricate relationship between finances and love. Until then, continue to cultivate open dialogue, build trust, and prioritize the happiness and well-being of your relationship. If you enjoyed this episode, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the Simple Mind Space podcast. Your engagement helps spread these valuable messages, empowering others to navigate the financial landscape of love with greater confidence and security. Thank you for listening.